guys, this is Sarah Nedler, and this week I am not at home in my normal recording studio. I'm actually in Florida doing some continuing education, so please ignore the background. But this week I really wanted to talk to you about a very important subject, and that is leadership. What does it take to be a good leader? Now, I'm not going to dive into everything it takes to be a good leader because I don't think that that's a very good live video for this week. It's going to be way too long. But one topic I wanted to kind of cover is the importance of having executive meetings. This came up a couple of times with clients this week, which is always, I think, a good reason to do a live training on it. Why have regular executive meetings, and what exactly should be in these meetings at all? If you're a Fortune 500 company, this is not even a question, right? You probably have more meetings than you really even need, I think. That's more likely than not having meetings. But in most small businesses, I'm finding the executive or the structure of the business rarely actually meets together. Shocking to me. And here's why this is so important. There's really, when it comes down to it, 4 main reasons for having an executive meeting. And when I say executive, I mean owner of the practice or the business, the CEO, if you have one, right, or the manager, and then any lead technician or head front desk person, anyone in a management, meaning they manage people below them, right? Any one of those people should be in an executive meeting at least once a week, okay? So let's go over these 4 different things that you should be doing in an executive meeting. What are the purpose of them, right? We don't meet just to shuffle paper around and snack on donuts. That's not the purpose of an executive meeting. So executive meetings, the number one purpose for an executive meeting is so that the executive's structure of the business is on the same page. Now, raise your hand or comment below for me if you've ever had this happen, where a team member comes to you, asks a question, doesn't like the answer, so goes to another executive and asks them instead. Right? Come on, be honest. Has this ever happened to you? It definitely has happened to me a time or two. So that's probably the number one purpose for executive meetings, is just make sure that all of our leaders are on the same page and we can really actually get something done, right? Get this show on the road. The second purpose for it is handling HR matters. Things come up, right? Sally needs vacation time, Joe's out sick. We need to be able to coordinate and be, again, on the same page, but in particularly regarding personnel. So this is also disciplinary matters, hiring, firing, that kind of thing. Those should all be gone over in your executive meeting. Purpose number 3 is financial matters, right? If you're not regularly looking at your P&L, your income and outgo, and comparing the two, and make sure you have income greater than outgo plus reserves, not just more money, but also money stashed away each week or each month. If you're not really reviewing that as an executive, what are we doing, right? How can we really say that we're fully managing this business? So I think it's very important to take a look at that and make sure in your executive meetings, at least once a week, you're going over your financials and making sure each leader in the practice or in the business knows how much we have to spend, right? What is the budget for printing? What is the budget for delivery supplies and things like this, right? Very important. Otherwise, you can make really dumb mistakes, honestly, right? Because you think you've got money when you don't. The 4th basic purpose of executive meetings really falls into, it breaks further down into 3 different things. It's essentially making quotas happen. But how do you make quotas happen, right? You could say, well, purpose of the executive meeting is to make quotas happen, but what does that mean? So let's break that down a little further. When I say make quotas happen, I mean one of 3 things. Push. It takes push to make things happen, right? You need to constantly bring up the quota, bringing up the target, seeing how close you're getting, right? We use what we call a red line graph, where essentially here's your graph, here's where you are, here's where you want to get to, and you draw a line going to that spot, and then you watch yourself go up that line, right? Some people use the thermometer method where you fill it in each time and you try to hit a quota. It doesn't really matter. All it is it's just a visual way of assessing how close you are to your target. So that's push, right? Bringing it up, to the staff and to yourselves, really making sure you know where you stand on this target. Step 2 of that would be debug. Debug means to unstick something that's stuck. So if, let's say you set a target of, I want to make 100K this month. Okay, great. How many more new clients is that going to take? Or how many more new orders? And if halfway through the month you're like, wow, for the last week and a half we've been at the same number and it's not moving, that's where debug is required. So as an executive, a good leader knows how to debug because they've done the positions underneath them, or they're familiar enough with them that they can see what's right and what's wrong and how to unstick that stuck, right? So that's the other purpose of executive meetings, is going, hey, this area over here under Joe is stuck. How are we going to unbug that, right? And then the last step is drive, meaning motivation, making sure that the staff feel motivated, the morale in the place is high, and you as leaders stay motivated to actually accomplish your goals. So those are all, as you can see, really important points to actually make a small business grow. And that is why I recommend you have at least one executive meeting per week. All right, so comment below, let me know if you learned something in this video. I would love to hear, and tell me when was the last time, or how often do you actually have executive meetings with all of your executive leadership staff? All right, I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.